Hello, 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 and welcome to this live English lesson right here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Michael. I'm here from Happy English here in New York City, and this is another live English lesson. It's Tuesday, February 27th. Oh my God, the month of February is almost finished. And it's Tuesday the 27th. It's around 5 p.m. in New York City. And this is a live English lesson. If you are watching at 5 p.m. New York City on February 27th, that means you're watching this live. If you're watching it at a different time, it means it could be not live or perhaps not live. Cheers. But thank you everyone who has joined me for the live English lessons in February this month. And if you are joining me here, I'm just going to move a couple of things around. If you are joining me here today, thank you. Please say hello, hello. Tariq from Morocco. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Please feel free to leave a comment or leave a question. If it's a question that I can answer without using my old brain too much, I would be happy to answer your questions. Otherwise, I do have some things planned for you today. Hoda, hello, hello. Today we're going to be looking at the word take when it comes to food, which sometimes a lot of people have trouble with. And then we're also going to look at some prepositions for and to, and I know that prepositions are problematic for a lot of people because they're hard. That's why. But hopefully after today's English lesson, you'll feel much better about for and to. How's the weather where you guys are today? Today it's about 12 or 13 degrees Celsius. Not too bad. Hello from Naho. Hello, Naho. Naho is joining us from Japan, and I do a podcast just about every week with Naho or her mom, Noriko. EnglishatHomeIsFun.com. That's right, which is a great place to go if you have kids that are trying to learn English at home and you want to help them. You can get hopefully some good advice from Naho and Noriko and I on that channel. Good morning. Alrighty, so let's get to today's English point, which is take. So I often hear a lot of people say, hey, let's take a cup of coffee, or let's take a hamburger. But here's how we can use take when it comes to food. First of all, this all starts with take a break. Take a break means to rest. And so let's take a break. If you work in a company, then probably in the middle of the day, your company gives you some time. In some cases, it's 30 minutes. In some cases, it's an hour. And that's your lunch break. So you could say, I took my lunch break. Take my lunch break. Took a lunch break. And we can shorten that and we can say, I took lunch. I took lunch, which means I took my lunch break. I took lunch or I take lunch means I use my break time in the middle of the day. I take lunch doesn't mean I eat lunch. I take lunch means I use the break time that my company gives me during the day. And that's an important point because during your lunchtime, yeah, most people eat. But maybe during your lunchtime, during your lunch break time, you might go to the bank or go to the post office or go to the shop and buy something. And maybe you don't eat, but you do use the break time to do something. So you can say, I take lunch. I take lunch at 12 o'clock. Take doesn't mean eat in English. So you can't say, hey, let's take a coffee. Or, hey, after class, why don't we go to the pub and take a beer? It doesn't work that way. If you want to talk about food, obviously you can say eat or drink, but you can also say have. Let's have a coffee, or let's get a coffee, okay? So that's the difference. So let's take lunch means let's use our lunch break time now. Whereas let's have lunch means let's eat. That's right. I know. I was surprised too, but that's how it goes with take and food. And by the way, you've probably noticed that your English teacher here in New York likes coffee. That's right. I do. And when you get coffee in a shop, the shopkeeper might ask, hey, how do you take your coffee? How do you take your coffee? How do you take it? That means, what style of coffee do you like? And the answer is, for me, I take it black. If you can see that. Nope, I don't want to spill coffee on the PC. I take it black. You could say, I take it with milk. I take it with milk and sugar. I take it with sugar. Or, if you come to New York, Naho, you could say, I take it black. No, I take it regular. That's what I wanted to say. I take it regular. You could go into a shop in New York and you could say to the clerk, hey, let me have one regular coffee. One regular coffee, please. Regular means coffee with milk and sugar. Now, I know that we say that here in New York. I don't know if they say that in any other part of America or the English-speaking world, but here in good old the Big Apple, New York City, when you say, I'll take it regular, or I'll have a regular coffee means coffee with milk and sugar. How about you guys? Do you like coffee? How do you take it? How do you take it? Do you take it black? Do you take it with milk? Do you take it with sugar? Do you take it regular? Alrighty, so that's the deal with take and food, okay? So next up, let's talk about 2 and 4. Excuse me, I don't drink coffee yet. That's true. That's true, that's true, that's true. And you shouldn't drink because you're too young for that. All right, so, but thank you for sharing anyway, Naho. Hey, thanks for watching. I know that you've got school today. 2 and 4. A lot of times people get these prepositions confused. Let me try and straighten them out. 2. Of course, we use to in front of a verb. That's how you know that this is live. No editing. We use to in front of a verb, not a bird. I don't know why. And why did you tell me that? It's a joke. That's why I told you that. So to. Of course we use to in front of a verb. I like to drink coffee. Naho likes to drink Orangina. Who doesn't? And so that's one way to use to, but as a preposition, to shows movement. So you can say things like, hey, let's go to the park. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the station, okay? I could say here, do me a favor, please give this pen to the teacher. So here's the pen. Oh, thank you. There's movement there. Give to, go to. So, so we use to show movement. Alrighty. For we use for two reasons, and they're pretty similar. For shows purpose. I have a pen. I have a pen for the whiteboard. This is a pen for the whiteboard. So I use the pen. The purpose of this pen is the whiteboard. So I could say I have a pen for the whiteboard. I got a special tripod for my camera. I've got a special tripod for my camera. So it has a special base like this, and it fits the camera. So I could say I have a special tripod for my camera. That's the purpose of the tripod. It's not a tripod for my lighting or for anything else. It's a tripod for my camera. That's the purpose. And then for also shows benefit. And this is where a lot of people get confused. I baked a cake for Jenny. I baked a cake for Jenny. Imagine that, here is my cake for Jenny. I baked a cake for Jenny. I didn't give the cake to Jenny, but I baked the cake for Jenny. It's for her. That's the benefit of her. I planned this lesson for you. This is a lesson for you. It's for your benefit. So that's the basic difference between to and for. I bought this book for learning idioms, and that is the next thing that I want to show you. So this is for idioms. This is for the whiteboard. That's the purpose. And so if you bake a cake for someone, like me, please, you can say, I made a cake for you. I baked a cake for you. It's your benefit. And I will give it to you, and then you can enjoy the benefit. All right, so that's the difference there. Let's see, Tariq says, what's the correct use of the preposition into? Into. Usually we use into with an action. I put my eyeglasses into the case. Ooh, don't crack them. I put my glasses into the case. So when you move something in a certain place, there's movement in and to. So put your wallet into your pocket. Put your money into your wallet. So there's movement, and the movement is something in something. That's where we would use into. Now I could say, my glasses are in the case. I wouldn't say my glasses are into the case. I say my glasses are in the case, not into the case, okay? I hope that's helpful. I bought your book about collocations on Google Play. Thank you, Adriana, thank you. They're confused. Sometimes you made the book for me. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you like that. Yes, I do have a book on collocations. Oh my God. And here's a copy here. Ta-da! This is phrasal, verb and preposition combinations. Those are good. And you can also say, oh, phrasal verbs too. Yes, Michael has lots of books. Check out my website. There it is, myhappyenglish.com. And you can find out more about my books. Inside the case, yes. In and inside, when we talk about location, in and inside are the same. My glasses are in the case. My glasses are inside the case. So it's exactly the same. All right, cool. So one more thing before we go. I want to talk about two idioms here from The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This is one of my favorite books to learn real English, not textbook English. So in this in this story, sorry, this part of the book, see, you know that it's live when Michael's brain is going slow. In this part of the book, Greg tries to escape from hearing about his bad report card with his parents, and on page 73, he goes to bingo with his grandmother, and bingo is a kind of light kind of gambling game, I guess, or it's a game of chance. And his grandmother told him, you know, don't use such a loud voice. And he says, I thought Grandma was pulling my leg, but sure enough, one of the other ladies came over to talk to me. So I thought Grandma was, there it is. I thought Grandma was pulling my leg. If I say, hey, are you pulling my leg? It means, are you joking me? Are you kidding with me? Are you not being serious with me? So that's what it means when you say that somebody was pulling your leg. I know it's a little bit of a strange idiom. He was pulling my leg when he said that I drink coffee. But it means that somebody was joking with you. He was pulling my leg, he was joking with me. And one more, it's not an idiom, but it's a slang expression. The next day after bingo, he went to school and he says, today wasn't exactly my best day. For starters, I flunked my science test. There it is. I flunked my science test. When you flunk a test or you flunk a course, flunk means to fail. And you could say, for example, that I was going to play golf, but my plans failed because it rained. We don't use it to mean fail that way. In school, if you don't study for a test, you won't pass the test. You will fail the test. And if you fail every test, you will fail the course. So when you fail either a test, an exam, or a course in school, you can say, I flunked the test. And I'm going to just put that in the comments here, I-N-K-E-D. And so flunk means to fail a test or fail a course. So that's that. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of today's free live English lesson. This is the last lesson in February, and I'm not sure of my schedule for doing live lessons in the month of March. I will post that on social media tomorrow. So if you're following me on Instagram, which is at Happy English NY, or Twitter, or on Facebook, the Happy English page, or on LinkedIn, then you can see something tomorrow. I will post that about the live English lessons for the month of March. Thank you so much, everybody who has watched this month. I really appreciate that. Justice says, I flunked to get a Bitcoin. No, it's never too late to get a Bitcoin, so they say. Oh, Adriana says, in Portuguese, this is called the Diary of a Banana. The Diary of a Banana, which means a dumb person. That's very interesting, the Diary of a Banana. A wimpy kid means like a not cool kid in English. So that's interesting how the translation goes there. Alrighty, well, thank you, my friends, for joining me today for the first idiom. Yes, I will do that. Tariq, sure thing. She pulled my leg. That was the first idiom. Alrighty. Thank you everyone for joining me today and all of February for these live English lessons on YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe. There it is. Where it is. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Tell your friends. I'd appreciate that. And feel free to visit myhappyenglish.com. That's right down there, where you can find lots and lots of free English lessons, including a lot of podcasts. Don't forget, you can find Noriko and Naho and I at englishathomeisfun.com. And that's it for today. You guys have a great day, and I will post the schedule for March tomorrow. That's Wednesday, New York time. And that's that. Have a great day. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Bye, guys.